The SADC Summit is responsible for the overall policy direction and control of the functions of SADC, ultimately making it the highest policy-making institution in SADC. Distinguished delegates, Your Excellencies, allow me to introduce the heads of state and government or representatives participating in this morning's virtual extraordinary SADC Summit. I'll begin with our host, the chairperson from the Republic of Zimbabwe. We have His Excellency Dr. Emerson Danguzo Mnangagwa, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and chairperson of SADC. From the Republic of Madagascar, we have His Excellency President Andry Rajoelina, who is also the incoming chairperson of SADC. From the United Republic of Tanzania, we have Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, and also chairperson of the SADC Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. Republic of Malawi, we have His Excellency President Dr. Lazarus Makati Chakwera, also incoming chairperson of the SADC Organ. Republic of Zimbabwe, we have His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, outgoing chairperson of the organ. Republic of South Africa, we have His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa. Republic of Namibia, we have His Excellency President Dr. Nangolo Mbunga. Democratic Republic of Congo, we have His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo. Republic of Botswana, we have President Advocate Duma Gideon Boko. Mauritius, we have the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Navin Ramgoolam. Republic of Mozambique, we have His Excellency President Daniel Francisco Chapo. Kingdom of Lesotho, we have the Right Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Isokwane Samuel Natekane. Kingdom of Eswatini, we have the Right Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Grasso Dlamini. Republic of Angola, we have Honorable Minister of Home Affairs Mr. Manuel Homem. Republic of Seychelles is being represented by the High Commissioner of the Republic of Seychelles to the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Mr. Claude Morin. I also want to recognize the chairperson of the SADC Council of Ministers, Professor Amon Mugwira, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade in the Republic of Zimbabwe. All honorable ministers and deputies present, I recognize the Executive Secretary of SADC, Elias Mpedi Mahosi, senior officials, SADC secretariat staff, members of the media, you are all welcome to the extraordinary summit of SADC heads of state and government, which is being convened virtually, and we are I'm directing the ceremony from State House here in Zimbabwe. The opening session is also being broadcast online on ZBC News online platform. At this point, I would like to take you through the program for this morning. We are going to have introductory remarks by the Executive Secretary of SADC, His Excellency Mr. Elias Mahosi, and he will then usher in the chairperson of SADC, His Excellency President Mnangagwa, to deliver the opening remarks and also open the summit. Thereafter, the summit will proceed in closed session, and at that point, we will request the media to be excused. May I now invite the Executive Secretary of SADC, His Excellency Mr. Elias Mahosi, to deliver the introductory remarks, and we will then, after that, invite the chair to open the summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our Director of Ceremony, Your Excellency Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency Mr. Andre Mujilina, President of the Republic of Madagascar and incoming Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency Mr. João Manuel Gonzalez Lorenzo, President of the Republic of Angola and the outgoing Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and the Chairperson of the SADC organ, Your Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and the incoming Chairperson of organ, Your Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia and the outgoing Chairperson of the SADC organ, Your Excellencies, SADC heads of state and government, and representatives of heads of state and government. May I kindly please ask that we mute everybody who's not talking. Honorable Professor Amon Murira, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade of the Republic of Zimbabwe and the Chairperson of the SADC Council of Ministers, all honorable ministers and deputy ministers in our midst, the senior officials and heads of security institutions, colleagues from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I wish to extend our sincere gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Chairperson of SADC, for convening this summit to receive the report of the virtual extraordinary SADC Organ Tracker Summit Plus of the 6th March 2025 on the prevailing security situation and humanitarian situation in the eastern part of the DRC, as well as review the mandate of the SADC mission in the DRC. I'd also like to offer our sincere gratitude to the government and the people of Zimbabwe for the continued gracious hospitality extended to our delegations, those of us who are in Harare, Zimbabwe. The security situation in eastern DRC is worrisome and continues to be a concern for the region. The attacks by M23 armed group against the DRC government forces, some DRC troops and civilian populations, and the subsequent capture of various cities and towns in the area have resulted in the loss of lives and injuries and led to the sharp increase in internally displaced persons, forcing many people, particularly women, children, the elderly and disabled, to flee their homes. SADC strongly condemns the unwarranted attacks on innocent lives, innocent people by the rebel groups, and is resolute in standing in solidarity with our sister country to address the prevailing security challenges through relevant SADC structures. Your Excellencies, the situation is compounded by the blockade of main supply routes and the capture by M23 group of both Goma International Airport and Kavumu Airport in Bukavu. An urgent diplomatic intervention is therefore needed to open these airports and facilitate delivery of humanitarian assistance and allow SADC and its structures to find an immediate and workable solution for our mission. The invasion of the DRC territory by M23 and their external supporters, along with the establishment of the de facto authorities and illegitimate parallel administration in some parts of the country, are serious violations of international law and a clear and unapologetic defiance of both the Nairobi and Luanda processes. As a region, SADC stands for the protection and respect of sovereignty and territorial integrity of the DRC. To this end, collective efforts are ongoing in line with the SADC Mutual Defense Pact of 2003 to protect the people of the region against instability arising from the conflict and address security challenges in accordance with international law. Your Excellencies, a report of the extraordinary SADC Troika Summit consolidates the outcomes and recommendations of the following meetings. First, the extraordinary summit of heads of state and government held on the 31st January here in Harare, Zimbabwe, which directed defense chiefs to review the mandate of SAMIM and report to the chair of the organ. Second, a joint summit of heads of state and government of the East African Community and SADC of the 8th February 2025 in Dar es Salaam, United Republic of Tanzania, which has convened to provide direction on the required measures to pacify the volatile security situation in Eastern DRC. Third, an extraordinary meeting of the Defense Subcommittee of the Organ Troika plus 2 contributing countries and DRC of 20th February 2025, again held in Dar es Salaam to review the mandate of some DRC. And fourth and lastly, a joint meeting of the EAC SADC Chiefs of Defense Forces of 24th February in Dar es Salaam, where a securitization plan for Goma and DRC was developed. All these meetings stated above, in all these meetings, a recurring theme is that a lasting solution to peace in Eastern DRC can only be achieved through inclusive diplomatic efforts and dialogue among all state and non-state parties to the conflict, both military and non-military. The region, therefore, fully supports the call for the reopening of diplomatic channels through existing frameworks of the Nairobi and Luanda processes. We trust that with our collective efforts and through the support of the international community, efforts to return the DRC to normalcy will bear fruit. I wish to highlight, Your Excellencies, that the EAC SADC engagement process must be protected and nurtured. It is probably the only structure in recent times that has brought some level of trust for both the DRC and Rwanda and hope to multiple stakeholders, namely SADC and EAC regions, the African Union Peace and Security Council, the UN Security Council, and the international community. The two RECs must therefore jealously guard this structure and ensure it does not become another failed process. We must do everything in our power, as SADC especially, and ensure this structure achieves its objectives and that it remains credible, trusted, and free from blemishes. Even as it interacts with both Luanda and Nairobi processes and with the African Union structures, the EAC SADC engagement process should be without reproach. In conclusion, I wish to thank Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, Chairperson of the SADC organ, who led the extraordinary Organ Troika Plus, for her unwavering commitment and leadership in promoting and consolidating peace, security, and stability in the SADC region. With these few remarks, Your Excellencies, allow me to humbly invite the Chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Dr. Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, to address your meeting and officially open the extraordinary summit. I thank you. Merci beaucoup. Muito obrigado. Asante sana. Tatenda. Siabon. Your Excellency.
Kingdom of Eswatini. Your Excellency, Mr. Rajulin, President of the Republic of Madagascar and incoming Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency, Mr. João Lorenzo, President of the Republic of Angola and outgoing Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and incoming Chairperson of the organ, Your Excellency, President Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia and outgoing Chairperson of the organ, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Honorable Ministers, Your Excellency, Mr. Elias Magosi, SADC Executive Secretary, Excellencies, I welcome you to this critical meeting to once again reflect on and assess progress with regards to the security situation in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Following our last gathering in Harare, we convened in the historic joint SADC and the East African Community EAC Summit in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. During that meeting, we adopted clear resolutions towards finding common ground on the concerning security and humanitarian situation in the eastern parts of the DRC. At continental and global levels, both the African Union Peace and Security Council and the United Nations Security Council, respectively, reiterated our calls for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire and cessation of hostilities. As we convene today, we remain cognizant of the fact that repercussions of the instability extend beyond the DRC borders, affecting the broader region at large. It is noteworthy that the implementation of the resolutions of the joint SADC and EAC summit is now underway. We look forward to an update report from the chair of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation on the specific milestones realized so far. it remains crucial going forward that we infuse a greater sense of agency in our respective work plans. Emphasis must be on collaborative strategies to improve peace and security in the DRC. SADC, thus, welcomes efforts by the international community to end the conflict, particularly the adoption of Resolution 2773 by the United Nations Security Council. This resonates with the ongoing initiatives by our African regional bodies. As SADC, we reaffirm our commitment to play our part to promote lasting and sustainable peace. In this regard, an inclusive and comprehensive dialogue process is essential to strengthen security mechanisms that safeguard the human rights and dignity of the affected communities. Undoubtedly, there have been many setbacks and challenges in our quest for peace in Eastern DRC. Our shared goal is to see a secure and prosperous DRC. To achieve this, we must constantly take stock of the decisions we have adopted from time to time. The review of the some DRC mandate that is expected of this meeting is therefore timely, the outcome of which must contribute to the attainment of peace and stability in Eastern DRC and ultimately the entire region.